Hey guys, Mike here, and I just want to do a quick review of the Vitamix, the Quiet One, and this is the one with the 48-ounce container. I'm really a fan of the Vitamix in general because this company's been around for like over 100 years. They're family owned, and they're basically like the Tesla of blenders. And you see this specific blender in coffee shops all the time. The reason I chose this specific one is it has this like sound encasing that goes over it, and it makes it so much quieter. So I could make a smoothie in the middle of the night without waking up my roommate, which is a big deal. I have the on-counter version, but there's also a different kind that is an in-counter version. So you just have to decide, do you want it like built into the counter or do you want it to just be on top of the counter? So this is the on-counter version. And both of them are like basically the same unit. They have the same manual. It's just the only difference is whether it's in the counter or on the counter. I really like the 48-ounce container on this because I use this 100% for smoothies. I make a smoothie every morning and I want my smoothie to fill a mason jar. And I like using spinach. So spinach actually takes up a lot of volume inside the container, something to think about. So, with the 48-ounce container, I have enough room for there to be spinach and it blends fine. And then I just pour it and it's like exactly one mason jar. So looking at the buttons, first of all, this has a manual mode. So you could just start and stop and then just adjust your speed. And it also has pulse, so I could just like do a pulse high or a pulse low just to like refresh in a drink if I want. These right here are the default buttons. So if you're like, let's say you're working or something and you want to make a quick smoothie, if you have number 1 as the general smoothie button, all you have to do is press it and it just does all the work for you, starts the program, and it just makes the smoothie the way it's programmed to do it. And these are the 6 default buttons, and that's what they do by default. But you could change any of those, and you have a lot of options. So these are all the different options that you can change those 6 buttons to do. And I don't actually have any ingredients in here right now, but I just want to show you the difference that this makes, like as far as sound goes. So I'm going to hit number 1 and show you. It's definitely a lot more pronounced when there's like ice in there. Like that makes the ice a lot quieter. So when it comes time to clean this, it's actually pretty easy. So I just remove the pitcher and then this comes off. So you can get rid of this. It detaches on both sides. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'll just leave it connected, but that comes off. And this base right here is connected magnetically. So I could just detach it like that. Right here, that pad lifts up, and then this lifts up too, and you can clean under there. And mine also came with a spare part. So that's probably the part that they think is going to wear down the fastest, and it's that part right there. It's kind of like the gear that attaches to the blender. So they just give you an extra one of those. Overall, I think this is great if you're like a die-hard Vitamix blender fan, but you also want something that's quiet. Businesses use these like everywhere. Like I walk into coffee shops all the time and see these, and parts are readily available. Just keep in mind, when you're purchasing, you want to make sure that you differentiate between whether you want one that sits on a counter or one that will go into a counter. So, thanks for watching the video, and I hope it's been helpful.